Good. Welcome, everybody. It's so lovely to be here with you tonight. And tonight we're going to be doing a Hatha class focusing on the lower triangle and really just focusing on grounding ourselves, getting into our bodies and coming to that space of acceptance. Acceptance can be a dirty word for some people. And I really love it. I think it's a word that helps us to be in the present moment with what is. I think when we don't accept something, we're looking either forwards or backwards to how we believe it should be. And of course, Eckhart Tolle has such a beautiful way of putting it. He says, life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know when this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having in this moment. And I really love that. I think it really helps us to ground ourselves in what is happening right now without thinking it should be this way or it should be that way, but just simply allowing ourselves to be in the experience as it is. So we're going to start off with a tune-in. Just one lovely long arm. So bring your hands together, just rub the palms together, lengthen your spine, and bring your hands to your heart center. Gently tucking your tailbone under, softening your shoulders. And I want you to just feel yourself here in this moment. Feel the weight of your sitting bones. Feel your spine. Notice any tension anywhere in your body. And just be aware of it. Don't try and change it. Just notice that it's here. And then allow your awareness to drift to your hands. Feel where the fingertips meet. Notice the base of the palms. Be aware of the space between the hands. And take a beautiful, long, deep inhalation through your nose. And exhale all the way out through your nose. And inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to start with one long arm. So take a long deep breath in to begin. Inhale. Hold the breath in and just feel the breath in your body, touching every single cell. And gently exhale out. Beautiful. You can bring your hands to your knees. And we're just going to start by warming up the spine. So beginning with some spinal flexors. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, dropping down. And as we begin to warm up the body, move at your own pace. Move with your spine as if you're feeling your spine for the very first time. Inhale, lift up, exhale, drop down. And more than a backwards and forwards, it's a lifting and a lowering. So feel that lifting and lowering really working into the lower part of the spine. When we work with the lower triangle of chakras, we're working very much with the earthly self. Being present in awareness. Inhale up, Exhale down. Beautiful. Come to center and move to a Sufi grind. And again, feel this movement as if you're in your body for the very first time. How does my spine feel? How do my internal organs feel? There should be a beautiful freedom in this movement as we trust the body to take us exactly where we need to be. Lovely, back to center, and let's change direction. And now it's a whole new experience. Allow yourself to be so completely present to the movement, to the breath, to the body. Lovely. Coming back up to center. And then let's go into neck rolls. Just gently rolling the neck. See what your breath wants to do. Keep your breath conscious. Soften your jaw, relax your tongue. And change direction. And coming back up to center, and just take a moment here. Notice how already the awareness is changing, the sensations in the body are changing. Beautiful. We're going to pause here to do some breathing. We're going to do a Samavriti breath. Some of you may know it as box breathing. So we're going to inhale for the count of 4. Hold the breath in for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4. And hold the breath out for the count of 4. So finding a nice comfortable seat, the spine extended, the chin just very gently tucked in towards the throat so that the head isn't tilting backwards or drooping forwards, just a lovely even chin. And let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Take a deep inhalation. Hold the breath in. Feel what it feels like to be filled with prana. Keep the breath in. And exhale all the way out. Every last drop of breath out of your body, and keep the breath out. And just be in the nothingness. Experience the emptiness. And inhale. Let your breath breathe. Beautiful. And then coming onto hands and knees. You can bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And we're going to start moving through cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly down, look up. And exhale, curling up. And once again, I invite you to have a freedom in this movement. See where your body needs to settle. Maybe you want to move faster, maybe you want to move slower. Beautiful. Just feel the release in the spine. I'm really trusting that the body knows what it needs. And come to neutral, tuck your toes under, straighten your legs and press your heels down towards the mat. Relax your head, relax your neck. Now, sometimes it feels nice to keep the knees slightly bent, just make sure the tailbone is lifting up. So see where you're at today, see what your body feels like it needs. Beautiful. Walk your hands to your feet. Grab hold of your elbows, relax your head and neck. Let your tailbone tilt upwards. Shift the weight into the balls of your feet and let your head just hang loosely. And release your hands, soften your knees, curl up and come standing in Tadasana. We're going to be in an active Tadasana, so the hands are active all the way to the fingertips. Tailbone tucks under, shoulders relax. Feel grounded, feel the weight of your body pressing through your feet. Soften your shoulders. And just breathe yourself into here and now. Take your feet just slightly wider than hip distance apart. Turn your palms to face outwards. Inhale and exhale. Reach up with your hands. Interlink your fingers, the index finger pointing upwards. Take a deep breath in. Keep your shoulders in line with your hips, and as you exhale, reach over to the right. Arms are in line with your ears. And we're reaching over, make sure this left shoulder is rolling backwards. Beautiful. Don't forget to breathe. And inhale up. And exhale over to the opposite side. Reaching to the left, rolling the right shoulder backwards. And inhale up to center. Deep breath in. Strongly engage the abdomen, pull the core in towards the spine and up underneath the rib cage. And as you exhale, drop back, shift the weight into the balls of your feet. Lean them all the way back, as far back as you can go. Keep your head in line with your arms. And inhale, coming up. And exhale, stretching forwards. Bringing your hands down, bend your knees. Bring your palms flat onto the mat. Relax your head, relax your neck. And gently lift your tailbone. Keep your hands glued onto the mat. Your knees will likely be bent. Relax head and neck. And just relax here. Staying active but not forcing. Beautiful breathing. And take your hands slightly in front of your feet. Bend your knees. Hands to your feet, forehead to the mat. And relax in child's pose, Balasana. Now for some people, child's pose can be a little bit uncomfortable, so you may want to Stack your fists on top of each other and rest your forehead on your hands. You may want to tuck a cushion between your buttocks and your heels, just allowing yourself to be as comfortable as you can be. Notice where the mind goes in Balasana. And if you do find your mind wandering, gently bringing it back to your breath, consciously inhaling and exhaling as you relax. And gently curling up. Bringing your hands onto the mat, underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under, straighten your legs, coming back to down dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, step your right foot forwards. Drop your left knee to the mat and bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Let your hips sink down. Keep your head looking up with your eyes closed if it feels comfortable for you. Let your hips sink down. And start to follow your breath, noticing how on each exhalation you're able to relax just 1% deeper into the asana. Maybe you haven't practiced for a while, or maybe you're just feeling different today. And see if you can practice acceptance of where you are. And of course you can stay here, or if it feels right, maybe dropping down onto your elbows. And now letting the head and neck relax. The right knee may fall gently out towards the side. Beautiful, coming back up onto your hands. Then bring your left hand as close to your right foot as you can get it. Twist your body to the left and raise your left arm up. Again, letting the hips sink all the way down. And release. Sitting back onto your left foot. Now, if there's any pain or discomfort in your left knee, please bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. Otherwise, you can have the heel sitting in the area of the perineum and gently walk down. Deeply relaxing. Always listening to your body, understanding exactly where you are, accepting exactly where you find yourself in this moment. Softening into it. Walking your hands up, coming onto your right foot. You want almost a right angle on this leg. You can stay here, or if it feels possible, you may want to grab hold of your left foot, leaning slightly back. Raise the right arm up. Open the heart. Beautiful. And release. Hands to the mat. Tuck your left toes under and step back to down dog. And just settling here. Beautiful. And now stepping the left foot forwards. Drop the right knee to the mat. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. Let the hips sink down, the head stays up and active. Make sure the shoulders don't collapse. And just use the exhale. Remember, these moments of stillness are the yoga. We try and achieve absolute stillness in each asana. And you may want to stay here, or possibly drop down onto your elbows, and now the left knee may just fall gently out to the side. Let the head and neck relax. Beautiful, long, deep breathing. And then coming up onto your hands. And now bring your right hand as close to your left foot as you can. Twist to the left and raise the left arm up. Breathing into it. And release. And then sitting back onto your right heel. Again, if there's any pain or discomfort in the knee, bringing the foot to the inner thigh. Otherwise, sitting on the heel in the area of the perineum. And exhaling, relaxing down. Use your breath to be in the stillness. And walking your hands up, coming onto your left foot, trying to create almost a right angle up the left leg. Bending the right foot if it feels comfortable for you. Leaning slightly backwards, raise your left arm up. Feel that beautiful opening in the chest. And release. Hands to the mat, tuck your right toes under. And step back to down dog. And drop your knees to the mat. And again, we're going to move through cat and cow. And I want you to notice how different it feels now. Embodying the sensations, really feeling every single movement, keeping your breath in rhythm with your movement. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Good, and now we're going to extend the right leg. Now make sure you don't drop the belly, keeping the spine in neutral, and you don't want the leg up. The foot is in line with the spine. Strongly engage your belly. And then reach out with the left hand, pointing the the right toes, stretching the left fingers. And you can almost imagine that there's somebody grabbing hold of your fingers and your toes and stretching them away from each other. Hold it. And then bend the right leg. Grab hold of the right foot with the left hand. Now let your belly drop down. Reach up. Beautiful. And release. Come back to neutral. And just take a moment here. And then shift the weight onto your right hand and your right knee. Bend your left leg. And grab hold of your left foot with your left hand. So it's the same hand and foot now. Open the chest, lift the knee and hold. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 2, and 1. And release, coming back to neutral. Take a moment, feel what's happening in your body. And then you can turn your right foot to face backwards, extend your left leg, reach up with your left hand, balancing on the right knee, the right hand. Take your gaze upwards, reach your fingers all the way up. And then turn your palm and reach over your ear, getting that beautiful line from toe to fingertip. Don't forget to keep breathing. And release, coming back. Then you can slide your right hand underneath your left arm, drop your shoulder, drop your ear, extend your left arm, breathing. And then lift your left arm up and reach behind your back, opening even more. And come back to neutral. Sit back on your heels, take your knees apart and relax forwards. And as you relax with your forehead on your mat, your hips sinking towards your heels, now we're doing yoga. All of the movement is simply a tool to bring us to this place of stillness. And this is the yoga. Stillness. Follow the breath. And when you're ready, gently curling up. And coming back onto hands and knees. Coming to a beautiful neutral spine. Extend the left leg again, keeping the leg in line with the spine, not lifting or dropping. Belly nice and strongly engaged. And extend the right arm. Now we're again imagining there's somebody standing behind us and in front of us, reaching, stretching, pulling them away from each other. Keep the belly strongly activated. Hold it. Don't forget to breathe. Accept wherever you are, knowing that this is the experience you're meant to be having right now. And then bend the left knee. Use the right hand to grab hold of the foot. Let the belly drop down, reach up with the knee. And keep breathing. And release, come to neutral. Breathing yourself back to here and now. And then shifting the weight onto your left hand, your left knee. Lift the right leg up. Use the right hand to grab hold of the right foot. And lift up. Open the chest. Beautiful. Hold it. Breathe into it. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to neutral. Feel what's happening in your body. Be present to it. And you can turn your left foot to face backwards. Extend your right leg out. Reach up with your right arm. Take your gaze upwards as you create space between your shoulders. Beautiful. Now turn your palm to face forwards and reach over. Feel that beautiful stretch, that lovely line. Hold it. And come back to neutral. And breathing into it. And then you can slide your left hand underneath your right arm, drop your shoulder, drop your ear, extend your right arm. Feel that stunning breath in your shoulders. And then reach up with your right arm, take it behind your back, opening your chest even more. and release. Coming back to neutral. Sit back on your heels, take your knees apart, stretch your arms forwards. Notice what thoughts arise in the stillness. Let your head and neck relax, let your heels settle. Let your whole body surrender, knowing that this is the yoga. The space between is where the magic happens. The movement just simply brings us to this point of stillness. And gently curling up, coming onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Press your heels down as you lift up and back into the body. And then come up on your toes, press your chest towards your thighs, relax your head, relax your neck. And raise your right leg up, coming into standing splits. Point your toes, deep inhalation, and exhale, step your right foot between your palms, drop your left knee to the mat. And then you can walk your right foot across the mat, drop your knee to the floor, and tuck your foot in towards your hip. And you want to keep your hips nice and straight as you drop down onto your elbows. Now you may stay here, or you may walk your hands away, deeply relaxing. Using each and every exhalation to soften, to surrender. Honoring the space you find yourself in now, knowing that it is exactly where you are meant to be. Being where you are without judgment, without expectation. And then walking your hands up, come up onto your fingertips, arch backwards. Now you may stay here, or you may bend your left knee, possibly grabbing hold of the inside of your foot with your hand, maybe tucking the foot in towards your elbow, possibly interlinking your hands in front of your chest, or if it feels right, maybe coming into mermaid pose. So really just see where you are right now and release. And then tuck your left toes under, step back to down dog. And taking just a moment here. And again, coming up on your toes, pressing your chest towards your thighs. And now raising your left leg up into standing splits. Let your head and neck relax. Breathe into it. And then step your left foot between your palms. Drop your right knee to the mat. Walk your left foot across the mat, tucking the foot in towards your hip and making sure your hips are nice and straight. You can drop down onto your elbows. Maybe going all the way down. Wherever you are, be there without judgment. Accepting the space that you find yourself in. Honoring the space that you find yourself in. Knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. and feeling that awareness in your whole body. And then you can walk your hands up, come up onto your fingertips, arch backwards. Good. And of course you can stay here, or you can bend your right knee, grabbing hold of the inside of your right foot, possibly bringing your foot towards the crook of your elbow, maybe interlinking your hands, possibly coming all the way into mermaid pose, just being exactly where you are, honoring the space you find yourself in. And release. And tuck your right toes under, step back to down dog. Breathing into it. Just feel that unwinding, the release. And then step your left foot between your palms. Walk your hands across to center. Turn your palms to face backwards. And walk your hands through your legs, drawing the crown of your head down towards the mat. Shift the weight into the balls of your feet and lift your tailbone up. Beautiful. Remember, with all forward bends, what we're looking for is surrender. A softening and a letting go. So notice where you're holding your tension. And just allow yourself to soften. Coming back to center, walking across to your right ankle and lengthening your chest along your right leg. And then releasing and turning your right foot to face the right. Have your hands either side of your right foot, and you may want to bend your front knee or keep it straight if it feels possible for pyramid pose. Deeply relaxing into it. And then coming back to center, both feet facing forwards, and grabbing hold of your left ankle, lengthening your chest along your left leg. Using each exhalation to soften. And then turning your left foot to face the left, bringing your hands either side of your left foot. And again, if you want to, you can bend that knee, otherwise keeping the knee straight. Using the exhale to soften into the stretch. And coming back to center, relaxing forwards. And walking your feet together, bending your knees. And then sitting down and extending your legs out in front of you. Spine lovely and straight. You may want to remove any excess flesh from underneath your sitting bones if you have any. Good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend the right knee. The left hand grabs hold of the right knee. Bring your right hand behind your back. Lift your spine and twist, looking over your right shoulder. Getting a lovely spinal twist here. And coming back to center. Then you can bring your right foot to the outside of your right buttock. Now be very careful that there's no pain in this knee. If there's any pain at all in the knee, bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in and exhale, walking your hands down. Deeply relaxing. And coming up. And extend your right leg, both legs straight, deep breath in, and exhale, walk your hands all the way down. Turn your palms to face upwards, so there's no forcing at all, and just let your upper body surrender down towards your legs. So the palms are facing up, we're not pulling, there's no white knuckles, it's just a very gentle softening into Paschimottanasana. The sitting forward bend is one of those poses that reminds me of life. The more we soften into it, the deeper we go. The more we force and fight against it, the more challenging it is. And just soften here. And then gently curling back up. And then bend your left knee. Wrap your right arm around your left knee, left hand behind your back, lift and twist, gazing over your left shoulder. Breathing your way into here and now. Stay active in the pose. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist. Beautiful. And coming back to center and bringing your left foot to the outside of your left buttock. Again, being very conscious of any pain in this knee. If there's any discomfort, bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. And wherever you are, take a deep breath in and exhale, walk your hands down. Deeply relaxing here. Walking your hands up, extend your left leg forwards. Inhale, reach up with both arms. And exhale, hinge forward from the hips, grab hold wherever you can. Now using your hands, but again without forcing, you're just using the hands to leverage into the full expression of the pose. And when you come to your full expression, relax your palms again. Remember, there's no forcing, it's just a beautiful relaxing. Feel the softening, the surrendering. And gently curling up. Bring the soles of the feet together, push them away from the body for diamond pose, and relax down. Using the exhale to soften, to surrender. And curling up. Then you can bring your left foot parallel to your body. Make sure the foot isn't tucked in towards the hip. You want it away from the hip. Bring your right foot on top of your left knee. And then with a very gentle pressure, so we're not forcing at all, we're just lightly touching the right knee. And you should feel that gorgeous opening in the hips. This can be a very provocative pose for us. We spend a lot of our day seated, driving, in front of a computer, depending on how we live. And so the hips can get really, really tight. So be very gentle with yourself. Good, and then bring the left foot in towards the hip now, and bring the right foot as high up the left thigh as you can into Padmasana, and relax forwards. Be very conscious of your knees. Any pain or discomfort, you need to stop immediately. And curling up. And changing sides. Right foot now parallel to the body, so the foot is away from the hip. Left foot on top of the right knee. With very gentle pressure now on the left knee. And keep breathing into it. And then bring the left foot as high up the right thigh as you can. Bring the right foot in towards the hip. And relax it down. And curling back up. Beautiful. You can come to lying down on your back. Take your hands out to the sides, bend your knees in towards your chest. Keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat, drop your knees to the right and take your gaze over your left shoulder. Feel the release in your lower back. And breathe your way into it. And back to center, changing sides, gazing over your right shoulder. And coming back to center. Bend your knees so that your soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. Bring your hands in between your legs and from the inside, grab hold of your feet and press your knees down to the mat. Roll your tailbone down for happy baby pose. Again, just releasing the hips. That's it. And release and come to Shavasana. Take your feet mat distance apart, palms face up. As you prepare for the final relaxation, you may want to cover yourself with a blanket. Just see that you're absolutely as comfortable as you can be. Adjusting your posture, supporting yourself in whatever way that you need to. And giving yourself permission to relax fully and completely, knowing that it is here in this space of deep relaxation. that you are healed. I relax my feet, I relax my feet, my feet are relaxed. And I relax my calves and thighs. And I relax my calves and thighs. My calves and thighs. Relax. And I relax hips and buttocks, abdomen and chest, I relax hips and buttocks, abdomen and chest, hips and buttocks, abdomen and chest. Relax. And I relax hands and arms. And I relax hands and arms. Hands and arms. Relax. I relax neck and shoulders. I relax neck and shoulders. Neck and shoulders. Relax. I relax face, eyes, nose, mouth, and tongue. Face is relaxed. Entire body is relaxed. Filled with peace. There's peace within, peace around, and peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can start bringing your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest. And very gently rubbing your thumb across your fingertips, moving your toes. And maybe taking your arms above your head, having a beautiful stretch. You can hug your knees to your chest, rock gently side to side. Rolling over onto your right hand side for a moment. And when you're ready, rocking all the way up and coming to Sukhasana, to a comfortable seated posture. And bringing your hands together. May the long-time sun shine upon us. All love surround us. And the pure light within guide our way on. Deep breath in to finish with one long arm. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you.